Hi everyone, it's Jodie here. How are you all? This is just a little mixed media picture that I started. The original bit of paper that it's on was from when I did that Moon Cry Silver Tears. I had the intentions of doing 4 different pictures, but this will be the second one, and it's completely different to what I would have originally thought of. So I just had this idea. I was listening to my music, and it was Radiohead's song Mr. Magpie, and there was some words from that got my creative thoughts going, and I suddenly had this idea, and I was going to do it in my journal, but I didn't do that either. I've picked up that piece of paper and thought, no, I'll do it on one of these pieces of watercolour paper that I had sitting around. So the original piece of watercolour had some tissue that I'd put on it and painted over with gesso. But now I've gone in with some Liquitex Turquoise Deep and some golden Fluid Acrylics in Sepia. And so I'm just going back and forth doing the background, trying to get it to a colour that I really like. So I put on a layer, then I'll put on a bit of gesso, squirt it with water, heat it, dry it, then go back and do another layer, dab it with that messy piece of tissue, which was a paper towel, and go back in with my brush with the gesso on, dab it off, squirt it with water, dab it off, back and forth, till I get it to a point that I'm happy with. The bottom half of so the top half is the bluish, and the bottom half will be green, because will be the grass. And I don't actually have any fluid acrylics in a green. All I have is that Distress dye from Tim Holtz. Is it called Distress Stain? That's right, that's what it's called. A Tim Holtz Distress Stain. So next time I'm at my art store, which usually I actually buy online because the art store is too far away, I will get myself a nice green, and that will solve that problem. I think this is the bottom part, which is supposed to simulate the grass area. And I think, actually before I started putting all the dyes on too, I stamped it with some Stazon. I have some music notes, and so I used the Stazon to put them into the background, and quite a lot of that actually disappeared, so I went back later on too and put it back in again, because I wanted it to be a bit more, stand out a bit more. I did make a few mistakes when I was in the process of doing this. So as you can see now, I'm putting on, I've sprayed it with the Tattered Angels. It was a gold shimmer spray, and it came up and looked really good. I was really pleased with how that looked. So heated that all off, and then my next step is to paint the Magpie, because the wording for this is the lyrics that I struck a chord with me was, "Hello Mr. Magpie, how are you today? You stole all the magic and took my melody." I know that sort of doesn't really rhyme, but it just made me think that he must have been sleeping, and he had the music in his head, and when he woke in the morning, his dream was gone, and so was the melody that he was thinking about for his next song. That's the way I have interpreted that, and that was what I was trying to get. It's about the melody and the magic, and yeah, Mr. Magpie. I quite like that sort of alternative style of music. So this part of it I am on another piece of watercolour paper. It's 300 GSM. I think it's just a cold pressed. I don't think it's a very expensive piece of watercolour, but I think as long as the weight is pretty heavy, it can handle quite a lot. So I had an image and I was painting up the Magpie, and I will cut him out and stick him onto the background. But there are a few other bits to it before I do stick him on. I did have a bit of trouble trying to get him to stick down. I think next time, these are these things that you do these things and you think, oh, make sure I don't do that next time, and then when you go to do something else another time, you completely forget that you shouldn't be doing what you're doing. It's like, oh gosh. I do have a little journal that I write things down, and I should actually write, please do not ... do this. Please remember not to do this. So, yes. I don't know. I don't know whether half of it's just because I get forgetful, which hopefully that is the only reason why I don't remember all this stuff. But I was not too happy with the Magpie, but as I progressed further on with him, he started to look a lot better. So I was pretty pleased with how he turned out in the end. And then I just chopped him out with some scissors, and I used matte medium. It wasn't I've got fluid and I have matte, and I also have a heavy. And in hindsight, like I said, I should have actually, because I had all that shimmer in the background, I used matte medium. For the life of me, why did I use matte medium? I don't know, because I'm a drongo. And it's like, even with, here I am putting some music loops back on, and I am now putting on some translucent embossing, which was paste, and that was quite shiny, and I sprinkled on some glitter. But then when I glued everything down, I glued it all down with matte. So then I went back and over the top of it all with gloss to try and brighten it up again. Because why did I matte it? I don't know, but it is what it is, and I did what I did. But in the end, I am pretty happy with how it turned out. It actually, I'm really happy with how this little piece of mixed media turned out, even if I did make a couple of blues in it. After I painted it with matte, I shimmered it again. No, I did the matte, then I went over it when it was dry with the gloss medium, and then I actually sprayed it with shimmer spray again as well, because I didn't want to lose it. So I'm sticking down all those lyrics that I said, and I went around the outside of them too when they were dry, just with a black, was it my black pit pen? And I think I went around the bottom of the feet, just darkened that up because it looked like he was on a couple of stumps. And thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.